guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching X-Men 97. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 2 of season 1 of X-Men 97. And, the last one, the way that it ended, to me, my X-Men, reading Charles Xavier's will and testament, and it's Magneto that was left the school and the X-Men. Charles doesn't do anything by accident. There is always a purpose for everything, so I don't think that there is, unless Magneto somehow has ill intent and he was able to do something that isn't legit, I highly doubt it. You know, so I always think Charles has a plan. There's something that he's planned for. I don't even know if he's really dead. They have a death certificate. There was a way to prove that he was dead. I don't think personally that Trask could take out Xavier by any means. So I still have questions about that. I also don't think that the Master Mold gets taken out just by all of a sudden beheading it. I think the Sentinels are still an issue. The big bad, not the big bad, but the big thing to show up to save us in the last episode, to save us, is Storm, and they said that she was an Omega level threat. So, you know, I still think that we're going to see some bigger things happen with the Sentinels. And I do not think that we've met Master Mold. Now, we also had... I don't know why I'm laughing, because the Scott Logan thing is really played out about like how they just don't get along, they don't like each other, and Jean's always the thing that calms Logan down. But the fact that Scott and Jean are having a baby, and when she's in Cerebro, you know, she has like these visions with the baby. And, you know, I don't know if the baby also has psychic abilities just like she does. I don't know if the baby has psychic abilities and has laser eyes. That'd be dope. Not in utero. And, you know, I mean, like maybe when the baby's born, you slap glasses on it immediately just to make sure, you know, point it somewhere that won't hurt somebody. It just made me think of The Boys.
That was diabolical.
Anyway, but, you know, I never think that there's going to be a happy ending for Scott and Jean, ever. I think we've all been conditioned to just think that, like, they don't get to have their happily ever after. There is no, something's going to happen. Something tragic with Jean, something tragic with the baby, something tragic with Scott. Like something's going to happen. So, you know, they're not going to just get to leave the X-Men and, you know, all's well. Especially now with Magneto being there saying, like, you're mine. It's in Charles' last will and testament. Now, do what I say, and, you know, I'm the ultimate evil. He's not. The thing is that Magneto is so... he is how he is, the way he is, because of what he went through. And I don't blame him for being angry. I don't blame him for wanting to put other people on their knees, because he feels that he is now superior in the sense that he was treated like he was. But I always worry, because we know there's good in there. We know there's good in there. But we also know what he went through, and all it takes is a little bit of Magneto, you know, being triggered or angry about it to wreak havoc. And that's really what I worry about. Now, we also got introduced to, is it Bobby? Rob? Now I'm thinking Bobby, Iceman. But anyway, he can harness the power of the sun, or solar power, solar energy. So I'm thinking the sun. I don't know exactly what that means, but like he seems like he's very powerful, and his parents don't know, and he doesn't want them to know. Because this is kind of a thing where like it might be exciting for the person in the moment, but then you're villainized by people who are afraid of mutants, or you are, you know, heralded by people who want to like take you and use you for bad things, like Magneto. You know, I could see Magneto just being like, well, ain't that interesting? You're my new pal. Because that's what he does. So I'm curious to see where this episode is going to take us. And like I said, I don't think we're done with Master Mold. Trask might be in jail, but I don't know. I don't know what Xavier had up his sleeve. Professor X doesn't do anything by accident. So I'm sure that there's a plan. We just have to let it play out. So guys, I'm excited to get into this episode. So let's get into it.
Assassination last year by former NSA agent Henry Gyrick.
Oh, it wasn't Trask, it was Gyrick? I thought it was Trask. Maybe Trask put it together. Oh. Ah, I love it, but they put Magneto first this time. Who came? Well, we know who's in charge.
Workers have managed to unload all passengers save one in what has become a Coney Island nightmare.
Oh.
Any sudden moves and the wheel could come crashing down.
It's okay, honey. Come to me nice and easy.
I'm sure there'll be an X-Men here to save the day. God, I thought that was the kid. As a Walkman. I was like, dang, they went dark. Catch him, Magneto.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Grateful for mutants now, huh?
Is that who I think it is? Saving humans?
I don't get it, Jean. Did the professor not trust me?
That's not it.
Maybe we're seeing this wrong. Maybe he did this for us.
Yep. There's a reason.
Mutants and humans aided and saved by the former mutant terrorist who'd gone missing following Charles Xavier's assassination.
Interesting. Is it actually Magneto then?
With some demanding this unlikely savior answer for his past crimes.
Oh boy. That guy's ready.
You think regular folks can sleep knowing you demons are down here lurking?
Please, don't hurt Leech.
Uh-oh.
The depths you humans go.
Save mutants too.
Electricity and magnetism are intimately acquainted. How unfortunate for you that I am the master of magnetism.
Yes, unfortunate indeed.
You're him? You're...
Magneto. And I promise you, child, you shall never be afraid again.
Is this Magneto for sure? Or
What was the professor thinking? The only
Seems
safe
weird.
and sure way to destroy your enemy is to make him your friend. Mark Twain.
eh?
Beast isn't wrong. The professor had a plan.
That's what I'm saying.
but Magneto leading the X-Men, that's a new one.
Maybe we should take a page from the professor's playbook and give Eric a second shot.
Maybe, but keep your eyes fixed on him.
I need to tell you something, and I need you not to judge me too harshly. Or tell Scott.
You have my word, Jean.
Let me get comfy. I don't know.
If he's a mutant, how do I tell him he's different? That he must always be careful, always be on guard, or else...
You wish him to be born human. I
Can you
have
blame
wondered
her?
what it would be like to be human. But then I remember how my mutant gifts brought me to this mansion, to this family, to a sister.
Thank you, Storm. Just ever since I was in Gyric's mind, I can't shake this feeling that something terrible is coming.
Oh yeah, me too.
Boy, do I sound like a fool.
Nope.
No, Jean.
Sound like a mother.
You sound like a mother.
Oh, what a great moment.
Xavier's sacrifice brought about a world more tolerant towards mutants. I am indebted to honor his last wish, even if his X-Men won't trust me. Perhaps they are right not to. My past is too littered with error.
Mine was too, remember? But
Just
the
takes
X-Men
time.
still took me in. The thing is, I didn't go about demanding their trust. I earned it.
Absolutely.
I feared you would do your best to avoid being alone with me, Rogue.
Did I miss something where they had a thing?
Do you think your team would still trust you if they knew?
That was a long time ago, Eric. And that cat's gotta stay in its bag. You hear me?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I remember from the movie that, like, you know, he utilized Rogue, but, like, it must be a new thing that they had a thing going on.
We don't lose our cool when the good guys show up.
You were saying?
Yeah.
We're here for Magneto. Think twice. Our rifles are resistant to your electromagnetic powers.
Interesting. Yeah, not the helicopters, though. Maybe Magneto, don't do this. Don't do this. This is not going to prove anything.
Magneto, by order of the UN Commission on Superhuman Activities, I hereby place you under arrest for crimes against humanity.
Just go with them.
Trial at the UN headquarters.
Should I successfully vindicate myself in what I will generously assume is a fair trial, will I earn your trust?
That is how due process works.
Then...
Okay.
I yield.
Does that help you guys? Makes me believe it. Although I want to believe it.
I have only ever acted to avenge crimes against my people, as you act to avenge those against yours today.
If that were the case, are we truly to believe then that you would walk Charles Xavier's path?
I hope so.
Not the worst thing is don't go Magneto's way, don't you think?
What is up with Rogue?
Protesters are breaching the perimeter.
They must want Magneto.
And the judges, ma'am.
What in the blazes did we do?
You gave a monster a trial. Oh, to play by the rules, and still they come for you.
Storm, watch Magneto and the judges. The rest of us will back up the guards in the lobby. Our goal is de-escalation.
What is this Rogue Magneto thing? I don't know if I should know something about that or not.
Logan, he's here.
Oh my god.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, put that away. Not the apocalypse.
Crap.
Unky Logan. Just try not to kill anyone on the way. I mean, where do you go to have a baby when you're a mutant? What if your baby's a mutant?
Hang tight, Shady. Almost there.
Her doing that while in labor is amazing. Oh, I didn't think about that. Like that the pain could cause her powers to go a little erratic.
Rogue, secure the perimeter outside. You got a name?
Executioner, here to make sure gene freaks like Magneto pay for their crimes. Absorb this!
Jeez. I don't know, those collars and then... Oh! Their weapons...
You know what I hate about your kind? You act like you got it so bad! Normal people have it hard too! We just have the dignity not to whine about it!
What do you think you're doing right now?
I hate your whining just as much as I hate you!
Oh! Oh! Nice! Nice! Hello.
Fly Cyclops to Jean immediately. Magneto and I will protect the judges.
Be careful, Storm. It's still Magneto.
Circumstances do not offer us a choice.
Very true.
I need
Very
your men
true.
stationed at every door. I want those in the lobby to assist the other X-Men. You, uncollar Magneto, you!
Well, now who does she think?
Be silent, heed my commands, and you shall survive.
Yeah, the Queen has spoken.
What do you mean, don't do mutant births?
You people can lose control of your powers, and if she needs a C-section...
I'll show you a C-section,
Yeah,
Tom.
that's what I was worried about, is like, where do you go?
Can you use your powers to siphon his medical expertise?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
If I slip and touch your baby, my powers...
I trust you.
We both do.
You all need to...
Sorry, sugar.
Oh, oh, God. That is...
Grab an IV and get this lady to a room.
I don't know. Oh, man. And that's what I wondered, though. Like, where do you go? Who performs births for possible mutant babies on a mutant whose powers is strong like Jean's? FOH. What is that? Friends of Humanity?
Be animals and be caged.
Wow. Magneto
Let
is
us
so
see how their
amazing.
mob manners fare against the shock of good conduct.
Oh, 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 watch it now, watch it now. look at this guy. What are you gonna do, man? You're not even afraid. Oh!
Storm!
What did they just do to her? Is she okay? She doesn't have any powers.
The breeze is gone. I cannot feel it. What has he done to me?
Now she's human, just like she talked about with Jean.
This is your dream. My kind's powerless and afraid. All the X-Men have done is use their awesome power to protect a world
Easy,
that
Magneto.
hates and fears them. Behold their reward. What must we do to be good enough? Is this the High Road's destination? If so, I say, as I have too many times before, never again.
Easy, 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 Magneto.
Let us go! Go!
Come on, you had an opportunity. Magneto, what are you doing? Please stop. Stop, 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 stop.
Bigot, sycophant, worm, so small I could smite you with a step. There was a time I would smite you all for what was done to Storm. But today, I have saved you from your own. For an old friend has challenged me to remember this view of Earth, how vast it is versus how small we make it. Charles Xavier entrusted me with his dream, and it does not ask you to love or embrace my kind as your own, but merely to accept that this is a shared world, and that my kind, like yours, have the right to live in it.
Oh my god, I have cold chills.
I am trying to be better.
I believe you.
Do not make me let you down.
He has your eyes.
How do we know? How do we know he has Scott's
I
eyes?
was thinking Nathan.
Nathan.
Nathan Summers.
Nathan. Charles Summers.
I knew Charles's name would be in there somewhere.
We will begin talks to admit the mutant nation of Genosha into the United Nations.
Wow. Wow.
Poison?
Dark roast.
Okay.
Genosha, a UN nation. Never thought I'd see the day.
Does this mean you trust me to carry on Xavier's dream?
A little bit.
Professor trusted you, and I trust him. I guess that'll have to be enough.
If
Yeah.
I may offer advice, Scott, be wary.
Of what?
Tragedy lures with fortune first. This was a good week for our people.
Yeah.
Yet it was not without cost.
Storm. So she doesn't have her powers anymore. She was an Omega level threat.
Inhibitor collars use radiation to temporarily neutralize our mutant powers. The Executioner's laser rifle fired a concentrated dose of that same radiation. The effects appear permanent.
We'll fix this. You need to contact me
Oh, my heart's broken for her.
It is human nature to crave connection, as it is also mutant nature. To feel another soul finally seeing yours. Connection is a fragile treasure, one we sacrifice so much to maintain.
He doesn't want a beer, he wants a sparring match.
Only to then sometimes watch it break in a blink that changes your life forever.
Oh my god.
And now we walk in two very different worlds. But trust that I will cherish what we shared as X-Men, memories that already feel like a lifetime ago.
Like another woman's life, or another person's dream. Muff, Ororo.
If only I hadn't left the UN, I could have...
You did what you had to, brother. Storm did the same.
And we will respect her decision.
The blast had your name on it. Should be you leaving, mon ami.
Easy, Gambit.
Storm will spend a day schlepping it with the basic folk and come right home, happy as a...
Denial. Denial, Morph. Denial.
She's back! Jean?
I need the X-Men.
Wait. How is that possible? Time travel? For the love of God. I need more! More! What a misdirect. What a misdirect. I truly believed something was going to happen with the birth of that baby and that it was going to be bad. And kind of like not having Scott there, I'm not saying Cyclops would have stopped what happened to Storm at all, but the fact that like she permanently lost her powers, and like I was just saying, like she showed up to fight the Sentinels and they were like Omega level threat, like that's how scary she was. Magneto called her godlike, and now her powers are gone. And the conversation that she was having with Jean, that misdirect, because it made you think that Jean was afraid of not only her child being a mutant, but like I was afraid of like how do mutants have babies? Like, are there doctors specifically to help with that? Like, what if Jean's powers go nuts and, you know, kill somebody? You know, what if the baby is born and is like Cyclops and lasers somebody in the face? I didn't for a second think that that whole conversation was to kind of prepare us for the fact that Storm was going to become human. And that she even said, sometimes I wonder what it would be like just to be human. Easier, maybe, in some aspects. Sad, because you are who you are. And her being a mutant, you know, it's not just powers, but like she could feel the rain, she could feel the breeze. Like there were things about herself, her essence, that made her who she was. And it wasn't just having powers, it was just her being her and her feeling her environment. And that is so sad. That is so sad. Oof. I picked a day to wear glasses because I was like, do not cry because it'll pool right here. And then it's not a good look. So, I mean, I was fighting it. I don't even know where to start. Magneto, I was like, he's a plant. It's Mystique. It's Charles pretending to be Magneto. Like, I was like trying to come up with anything that I possibly can for this to not be Magneto. But like, if this is the Magneto that we have, I love this Magneto. He had the opportunity to kill the judges, to kill the man who hurt Storm, and he didn't. He gave them mercy, but he showed that he was giving them mercy. Several times, even with the helicopter blades and everything, he showed mercy. Wow. Wow, I love this Magneto. I hope it's real. I hope it stays. I hope it sticks. It never really does with Magneto, so I don't know. I'm not trying to get too hopeful because I feel like rip that right out of me. He could just be like, haha, fooled you. Blink. Puny little stupid human that I am. I love this Magneto, but what is up with him and Rogue? What? Is that a thing? Did I know about that? I mean, I remember them in the movie and him utilizing Rogue in order to like, was it to amplify powers? The healing ability with Logan? I'm trying to remember. It's been such a long time since I've seen those movies, but like the fact that they can touch each other, like I can see why there's the draw for her to want to be around Magneto and have that ability, but you're breaking my heart. You're breaking Gambit's heart. I don't know if Gambit knows what was happening in there, or if Gambit knows anything about the past, because apparently there's a past between those two. Again, I don't know if I'm supposed to know that or not, but the fact that they had that moment and that they were, that's something that she's always dreamed about, that makes my heart break. But I like this Magneto. But I love Gambit. See the worlds that were torn in between with this. I don't know what's up with the gene that shows up at the end, if it's a gene from the past or the future. We know time travel's possible. We've seen it happen in Days of Future Past, which was phenomenal. It's probably one of my favorite X-Men movies. I love when they do that shit. I love it so much. How it explains, like, you know, Wolverine's amnesia. I am so curious, especially with the baby, and like I don't know if they're gonna doubt that that's the real Jean, or if this is the real Jean, or like what, but it was Jean, you know. And of course Logan having a hard time seeing Jean having a happy moment with Scott. Not that he has a hard time seeing that happy moment, but how he wishes it was probably him, and how he longs for that with her, and how he has that love. And oh boy, do I love Morph for showing up with snacks and beers and just saying, you know what he needs is a nice fight. I genuinely love that. But Morph is definitely, when he's just like, oh, you know, it's Storm. She's going to change her mind. No, she's not. She's not going to come back until she works through what happened. Hank not wanting to tell her that it's permanent. You know, maybe it's not. Maybe he just needs more time to research. Or maybe there's a way to reverse it, because obviously if Jean can come in from another date and time, then we can go and we can find a way to fight it. Maybe there's an antidote. I don't know, but like, you know, if she's in a mega level threat and she was able to take out the master mold or the main mold, whatever it is, you know, maybe, oh God, I don't even know. I'm so nervous for Jean. I'm nervous that their family is going to get torn apart. I'm so sad about Storm. I'm excited about Magneto. I'm upset about Rogue and Magneto, but I'm equally like, so like my heart is just like, oh, that's such a beautiful thing that they can have that moment together. But then it's broken for Gambit. There are some feels. I'm just like Logan. I mean, Logan is always destined to just be unhappy and miserable. He needs to find himself a lady that just is better than Jean. Or maybe the new Jean that shows up stays here. I don't know. Does that Jean love Scott? I don't know. Fanfic, here we go. But guys, if you want to watch full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to one episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What the hell did you think about this episode? Was Rogue and Magneto a thing in the comics and I didn't know about it? I feel like that's something that I might have heard about. I don't know. I don't remember it in the original show either. Is this something that they've created for this show? Were you equally surprised about it if you didn't know that? Storm, do you think she's getting her powers back? Don't ruin anything if you've watched the entire season already, but like at this point in time, what? Did you believe that this Magneto was good? And that he really was trying to capture Charles' vision of what the world could look like with coexistence. It seemed like he was really choking on that word, so I feel like I don't know if I can believe it or not, but I want to. My heart desperately wants to believe it. Did you think that the birth of Scott and Jean's baby was going to go wrong? Because I certainly thought a doctor was going to lose its head. Jean was going to blow the roof off of a building. Did off of a car. Did off of Wolverine's car. I thought for sure she probably hurt Wolverine some way, somehow, but she was like teleporting people out of the way. Like she was still very solid. There was a lot that happened in this episode. My God, did I miss anything? I don't know. Magneto was pardoned. Genosha is now part of the UN. So, like, we made, like, good things happen. But as Magneto said, this was a good week for us. There's always another side of the coin. There's always something negative that comes from something positive some way, somehow. I hate saying it that way, but this is the X-Men world. That's what happened. And they said something about Comet M or Asteroid M. I keep thinking that has something to do with the Multiverse of Madness and Wanda Maximoff. I'm not sure. I don't know. But like, it does. Tell me about Asteroid M, because I just want to know. I just want to know. Oh my God, this show is so good. I'm so happy to be back. Every time I hear the music, I'm like randomly at work going like da 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 da, like just randomly. Haven't watched it in days, and it just comes out. I'll be doing the dishes. I'll be doing my hair. I'll be driving somewhere, and if I don't have music on, do 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 do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like, I love it. It's such an inception back into my brain. I love it. But guys, come back here for the next episode. Watch me lose my mind all over again. This is so good. I'm so glad I decided to watch this. Come back here for the next one. And in the meantime, I'll see you. I'm gonna go lose my mind somewhere.